God is with you through all thick and thin of this life. When you go through difficulty, when you go through stress, what happens oftentimes? We end up getting distracted. We try to hold on to all of our problems because we need to control it. Anybody else do that? It's like, okay, you go to the grocery store, right? It was a good trip, right? You didn't give over to all of the snacks and the frozen food section. Like, you got some good stuff. You got fruits, you got vegetables, you got real meat. It was a good trip, right? You get home, okay? All of your groceries are in your trunk, okay? So you go and you pop the trunk, and then you look at it, right? You look at what is there, and then you start to think. If you're anything like me, you start thinking, okay, I'm gonna get this in one trip, okay? Right? It doesn't matter how many bags there are. Anybody give me an amen here? Oh, everybody is hype. Okay. So this is what you do, right? You get all the bags up. This is what I do. Get the because you get plastic, because you can do that with. If you get paper, you can't do it, right? So you get all the handles up, and then you go in, right? And you go, and then your hand's good, and then you got to do it again, and you get all of that, right? But then you got oh man, I got to get the bread on the outside. I get the fruit on the outside so I don't smash it all against my legs. And then that milk is a problem, right? Or detergent, and then you're like one finger, you're like, okay. And and then you get it, right? And you walk up to the door and you're like, oh. If you got somebody at home, you're kicking the door, you're like, hey, somebody help. Anybody ever tried to carry all those groceries and you dropped something important? Maybe the milk and it exploded at your feet. Anybody? Can I get a witness? Okay. I think that's what oftentimes we do with all our problems. We like, okay, I got this. I gotta make sure I can pull myself up by my bootstraps. I gotta deal with this because I'm independent. I'm an American. That's the American way. I gotta pull it all up and I gotta carry it with me because I need to be in control. I need to carry it all with me. I need to make sure that I've got all of this. And what ends up happening is we drop the most important thing, because what the Hebrew writer is saying is that you need to hold on to the confession of our hope. Anybody ever deal with some circumstances that, it's difficult and it's hard and it's stressful, but then it seeps into your bones, it seeps into your soul to where you start questioning whether God loves you. You ever been there? And that's oftentimes what happens when we're trying to carry all the stuff that we got in our trunk, and we're trying to carry it in with us to the house so we can make sure we got it, so we can keep an eye on it because we got to control it. And then we end up dropping the most important thing. And so he's saying, hold on to the confession of hope that you have in Jesus. Nothing that you deal with, nothing that you go through in this life is apart from the presence of Jesus. He's with you through the thick of it. He's with you when you're down. He's with you when you don't know where to go. He is with you. So don't let go to the confession of hope.